What's up guys, today we are installing a Walbro 255 fuel pump on the 2004 Subaru WRX. This is pretty much going to be all across the board with, you can use this fuel pump for different cars and stuff. If you guys are thinking to get one for your car, go check out on their website. I specifically bought mine from rallysportdirect.com and it'll give you the option of what car you have and see if it actually fits that. One of the advantages of this fuel pump is obviously having an aftermarket fuel pump. It's going to be sending more fuel to the car. One of our buddies who has an Evo 8 has the exact same fuel pump that we're about to install, and his car runs like around 550 horsepower. So this fuel pump that we're actually putting in is good up until then. That's the highest I've ever heard that this thing actually works, but most people just use this. Adam also uses this in his STI and he makes just under 400. So it's a good fuel pump for pretty cheap. I picked it up off of, like I said, rallysportdirect.com. You can either buy the kit together, which is the fuel pump and the installation kit, which is both of these, or you can buy them separately like I did. So I bought the fuel pump through Adam, and then I bought the kit off of Rally Sport Direct for I think 17-20 bucks, right in that range. It's really, really cheap. So it's a really cheap mod for your car, and this sets you up to have higher horsepower for whatever mods you're going to be putting up front, such as the bigger injectors, a bigger turbo, something like that. So you're gonna have to be sending more fuel to the motor. It's also, I've looked up online, it's also ready for E85, so you can run E85 flex fuel in the car with the Walbro 255. So everything that comes in the kit is right here in front of you. Luckily this came with physical instructions. Right here you have the fuel pump, you have two hose clamps. This is the pump isolator. You get an extra little hose. This is the adapter that you're going to be hooking up to the existing harness, and then the fuel filter right here. As far as tools that you will need are just basic tools. You need a wrench, different types of screwdrivers. I have a microfiber towel that we're going to be using to hold the existing fuel pump when it's coming out, because there will be fuel that will be leaking out of it. All you need is basic tools for this. For this install, we're going to be having to take out the rear seats, and luckily there's 2 bolts on the bottom portion and just a few bolts on the top. Technically you don't have to do this, but it makes it so much easier because in the back this is where the fuel pump is right there. That's the cap for it, and the seats kind of sit slanted kind of in the way, so we're going to take those out and just make this a little bit easier. Alright, so we're also going to be putting a timer on just to show you guys how long this is actually going to take. We're not going to really rush it and like do it completely wrong, so we're just going to give you an average time of how long it takes us so you guys know what to expect. Taking out the seats at night.
Jordan's turning into a hipster. What is that? Mason jar? Selling moonshine out of the trunk of your car?
Now that we removed the back seat, all you really need to take out is the right side of it if you're looking this way. Our entrance to the fuel pump is right there where that cover is. So we're just going to have to take that out, and then we will check out the assembly. Ooh, dusty seal.
Ooh.
Oh, that's gross. Yeah, we're going to clean that out too while it's out. Right now we're putting penetrating fluid on top of the little hose clamps that are in there. They're a little bit rusty just from sitting there probably the whole entire life of this car. So we're going to go ahead and break those up, let it sit for a little bit, and then we should be able to take them off. As well as the bolts that surround the top hat of it to where the seal is going to be coming up. We made a bit of a parts run. I just wanted to pick up new hardware for the top of the fuel pump. Just got new washers, new hex nuts, and also a couple more hose clamps. I wanted to convert them over to these ones that you just use the screwdriver for instead of the other ones that like just don't come off at all. So alright, so we're going to start by disconnecting everything on top. We did go out and buy those new hose clamps, and this is where they're going to be going instead of these nasty rotted out ones. So when we're taking out the hoses, we're going to plug them with these bolts right here just to help keep it clean inside and not let too much gas out. And then on the third hose I put this microfiber over it just to catch as much fuel as possible. This is the one that was spewing out the most, and then obviously you have your clip just off to the side. This is the old system. This is what we're going to be messing with. Right here, this is the lever to tell your car how much gas is in the tank. You want to be delicate with that. We had a little bit of a hard time trying to get this out. Work it slow, but it's out, and now we're going to go ahead and replace it using the directions that they've given us. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory from here, but Always good to check twice. Alright, so we just took off the stock pump. It sits like this within there. There's a little rubber seal at the bottom that you just kind of have to bump it up out of. I took this clamp off. There's that. And then the hose hooked up to this part. And then the harness hooks up to the back, which we unplugged. So this is the stock one. I'm going to put that aside, and then we'll have to plug in our new harness. That is right here. This is the adapter that's going to allow you to run the Walbro pump. So we'll have to measure up the existing hose to the new one, depending on your car. This is the way that's going to be for my car. So it's pretty much half of the hose length that comes with it. This is obviously trimmable, so if your car has a longer one or shorter one, just cut it to size.
Whoa, Jordan, that pump's way bigger than your stock one.
Yes, it is.
What does that mean?
It means we're good for over 500 horsepower, apparently. So
500 horsepower?
That's a whole lot of horsies. A little bit later, this is kind of a pain, but I mean, it was just all the trimming and stuff. It is complete, so we're gonna put this back together, just opposite of what we did while taking it out, making sure everything is back to normal. Also, we have all new hardware, so it's gonna be really, really nice. Everything fits really snug and everything looks much cleaner now. Plug it in, we'll prime it like 5 to 10 times just to get it cycling through here, and then hopefully she'll start. All right, so everything's back together. We tightened up everything. It's plugged in. The seal looks good from up here. We're gonna go ahead and test it to make sure it actually primes, and also we're checking for any leaks. All the clips sounded really good, so if all goes well, this should turn on.
Ooh.
Yep.
Scary.
We're gonna do that a couple times. Definitely have to do a fan setup and some sort of like letting it outside. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this install video. We are definitely going to be getting into more install videos and just how-tos to help teach you guys how to do things as we're learning them too. If you guys do not know, we just recently opened up a website. We'll put it right up here. It's just wckdstreetmedia.com. You guys can go check that out. Please do us a favor and go look at that. There's different sections that you can read about. Also, there's stickers online too. If you guys have any needs for filming from us or anybody that you know that needs some film jobs, we're glad to work with anybody and open for any videos. It doesn't have to be just about car things, but can be anything. So please let us know. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace out, and it's all fuel pump.